My name is Hobbs, and you're watching the Underground Bunker on Bloodrock Media.
You make money off its funny walk too, but I'm glad the cat I've got is you.
Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Underground Bunker. I'm your esteemed host, Hobbs. You all know what this is. It's a weekly series where I showcase unsigned and underground bands that you really should be paying attention to, because in a day and age where everybody gets pissed off about every fucking thing in the goddamn universe, we all need to be having an open mind about something, and that something should be music. I truly believe that music is what will set us free and what keeps us sane. I cover everything from pop rock to death metal because we all need to be listening to everything. Just today I was listening to Al Green, yesterday I was listening to Fiona Apple, and I know there's some of you who listen to Bauhaus. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, I've got some soda, I've got everything I need, and I've got candy out of my son's Halloween stash. Let's have a fucking show! At the top of the list today, I have for you not only a band that I love, but I love these guys within 5 seconds of listening to them. They are a powerhouse called Asylum VIII. I cannot state, seriously, I cannot underscore how much I fucking love this band. I was given these guys, I was assigned to these guys to do their album review, and wow. And I never say this, really. Well, actually I do. I say it a lot. But this band is fucking awesome. They are a 6-piece band out of Kuopio, Finland. And when you put together the fact that Finland is really full of composed people, these are the people that brought you Saab. I mean, what extremeness is there in Saab? Anyway, so we have these guys who are completely insane, and I fucking love it. They're like a strange mix of death metal and EDM and like Swedish heavy metal, like Soilwork and stuff. Fucking awesome shit. Cannot say that enough. One really cool thing about these guys is the singer, Henry, has his own YouTube channel where he does like vocal covers and stuff. Pretty nifty stuff. Check it out. I can't underscore it enough. When I say that I loved them within 5 seconds, I'm not kidding. The sound just grabbed me. And I loved it so much that I gave it a whopping 10 out of 5 on the Bloodrock website. Not entirely sure I'm allowed to do that, but fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I loved their entire album. The entire album just grabs you by the nuts, just, squeezes it and then just chugs it out for you, and then you're just like, ah! And then that was good. That's pretty much what it was like for me. The entire album, by the way, which is called Repressed, it's so good, and it comes out on November 10th, 2017. I highly recommend you pick it up, because if you like hard driving metal with some serious panache and some actual range to it, you're definitely going to love these guys, because I really do. Check them out. They're called Asylum VIII, and their website is asylum8.com. Next for you, we have a band that whose music I was introduced on a lark, and I quickly came to dig their stuff. They are a goth band called Doh Stars, Inc. Now, I did not know a whole lot about these guys until very recently. It just, I ask people, who should I be checking out? And someone happened to say, you should check out Doh Stars, so I did. And not only was I pleasantly surprised, I just was pretty wowed by their music, allowed me to have some candy. The cool thing about this band is, yeah, they're a goth band, but they're a goth band that non-goth band listeners can listen to. Because while it definitely has that goth feel, there's still enough grit into it where, if you like the heavier rock stuff, or you like a little bit of metal with some synth to it, you're definitely gonna like these guys. They haven't really been doing a whole lot lately, and I'm a little sad about that, because given their solid fan base, you'd think they'd be doing more. But as it turns out, they don't play a whole lot of shows. They just do a whole lot of music. They put out a whole lot of music. They put out a lot of music videos, and people fucking like that stuff. Totally cool. I just wish they'd play more, because I would really love to see them. They started in 2003, and not only have they released a couple of discs, they've released 12 EPs and full-length albums, including the newest one, which is like this giant, huge compendium of mixes and remixes called Neuromance. But they also did, and this is pretty cool, they did music for the Saw series, the movie series. They did music for them, and that's one of their EPs. You should definitely check it out. There's a sexiness to their music that isn't like overt. You know, they're not using sexy goth girls in their music videos. There's no like in their songs, nothing that. But there's a sexiness to it. There's a grit and a sexiness that makes it pretty easily listenable. And I really caught on to that really quickly. So while they're not doing a whole lot of shows, you should definitely check out their music. And you can check it out on iTunes and Facebook and Google and Bandcamp. Bandcamp is where they have all their stuff. But you can also check them out on Facebook. All their stuff's on there, and where else you can find this. Doh Stars Inc. Check them out. We seem to be getting a lot of bands these days from the Pacific Rim coming to Bloodrock, and we are definitely better for it. These guys are definitely from that area. They are called A Breach in Silence. Now, these guys are a 4-piece rapcore band out of Brisbane, Australia, and I'm going to say it right away, I usually don't go for this stuff, mostly because I prefer my singers to have a little nuts in them, and the whole hat thing, it just turns me off real quick. However, I started to like these guys pretty quickly because they've got this particular song in specific, it's got a good message to it. Basically, their message is my message. Support fucking music. Get off your ass, stop streaming, buy the fucking shit. And this is something that we as musicians deal with every day, and these guys are pretty overt about it. I like that. I like that kind of, in-your-face-ness about it. And I wish more bands would speak up about it, because this particular song, the video for it states it pretty clearly. With streaming becoming so predominant, musicians are going to be making less and less and less, because they are currently making 0.0008 cents per stream versus a disc, which they'll easily make $1.50 on. And discs are, they're fun to have. I really can easily get behind these guys, because if just on this song alone, and I've heard the entire album, which by the way is called Secrets, and is out on Eclipse Records right now, but I've heard the entire album, and this still is just the one that got me, because you really got to get behind the message. The cool thing about this band also is that they've done a lot of touring, and they haven't really been around that long, but they've done a shitload of touring. And being from Australia, being able to say that they've jumped the pond and toured the United States is pretty fucking nifty, because they've done it. And it wasn't even that long ago. Props to these guys. Don't know if the label paid for it, don't know who paid for it, but they came over here, did their thing, went back home. I hope they come back again, because I dig your stuff, guys. Not only have these guys, honed their music to the point of being really, really good, but they've actually won an award for it. They won the Q Music Best Heavy Song Award in 2012. And that's pretty cool. I don't know if they've won any awards since, but that's definitely the one that caught my eye. So, if you want to check these guys out, you can check out their iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, blah, 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 blah. You can also check them out on their Facebook page. Check them out. They're called A Breach of Silence. I really love taking a break sometimes from all the heavy stuff that we get, because it's like a good slice of ginger when you're eating sushi, you know, a palate cleanser. This band is definitely that. These guys are called Rocket Cat. Now here's a cool thing. I like listening to music that just sort of breathes a nice cool wind into my ear, and I don't get that very often, especially working for a heavy metal website. We do get it from time to time, and I'm always the one that claims it because it's just nice to have. These guys are really actually pretty cool. They came to us through one of our email sessions, and they are actually from my neck of the woods. They're from right here in Milwaukee. They're a 4-piece alt-rock band that got their start really recently ago. It was pretty early in 2016, and they've been, gigging pretty seriously ever since then. I don't know if they've stretched their legs a little bit, but they've played Summerfest here, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. They've got this sort of Evan Dando, Lemonhead's 10,000 Maniacs song to them, and I really kind of like that because you don't, especially with the whole Natalie Merchant thing, you don't hear a whole lot of that these days. So to hear that is really, really refreshing. I dig her voice. They are currently competing in the 10th annual Radio Milwaukee Music Awards competition thing online. So you can check that out, and if you like the music, go vote for it. If you don't like the music, vote for a Milwaukee band anyway. It can only help the scene. So with their, this is something I found interesting. You can buy their music online on CD Baby, because apparently CD Baby still exists. Didn't know that. Wow, right? Wow. CD Baby. Check their stuff out on CD Baby. But you can also check them out on rocketcatband.com, and I highly recommend that you fucking do, people. Didn't know it at the time, but this next band that I'm going to talk to you about has one of their members is a Bloodrock alum, but we won't hold that against them. That said, I still like their music, and these guys are called Through Our Eyes. Now, I did not know that Mark Bielek was in the band. Knowing that doesn't make me like him any less, and it's kind of a surprise that this guy's got some serious guitar skills. Mark, by the way, is the guy that handles all of our press stuff, makes sure that we get into shows and interviews bands and stuff. Pretty cool guy. And he's a guitar player for this band. And as it happens, I think it's his sister that sings for the band. Her name's Annette. And she surprised the fuck out of me. Because when you're looking at a girl like this, you're thinking you're going to get melody, and you do. But then you get sort of a kind of a kitty vibe from her. And that was pretty cool. It's seriously backed up by the fact that the guitars and the bass, they're kind of genty, with a little bit of like Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, just sort of wee, and pretty cool stuff. I liked it a lot. And the guitars in this band are all over the place, and I think that's really cool. And because they're so eclectic, Annette's voice sort of goes a little nuts too, and you never really know what she's gonna do, which is it's pretty interesting, because a lot of singers, they will be melodic to cater to a certain crowd, and they will be harsh to cater to another crowd. She's just all over the place, and I fucking love that. They're not really gigging a whole lot right now. I don't know if they're writing new music, but if they aren't, they should be. If they're not gigging, they should be, because a band from Detroit like this, there's not a whole lot of bands coming out of Detroit to begin with. So a band like this, I think I would like to see spread their legs a little bit, spread their wings, spread their legs. Giggity. I'd like to see them stretch their legs and get out for a little bit, maybe see the sights and go play some shows, because, you know, Detroit's a 6-hour trip for me, which isn't impossible, but that could make it a little easier for me. That'd be nice. I don't make a whole lot of money at this. So yeah, another band where apparently you can get their music on cdbaby.com. This is seriously surprising me that people still use this. But a cool thing about CD Baby is that you actually get solid CDs. So I didn't even know it was still around, but knowing that it is pretty fucking cool. So CD Baby, you can get their stuff on iTunes, giggity. And you can also check out their band at throughoureyes.com. Please go ahead and do all that. That's it for this week's edition of The Underground Bunker. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff, so you can see all the videos and stuff that Bloodrock has to offer, including my other show, The Fallout Shelter, where I interview touring bands. Fun stuff. Also, check out all the band links and stuff in the description below. Check out the Spotify playlist, which we update weekly to include all the bands that I cover on this show. It's getting pretty long now. Check out the Twitter for Bloodrock. Check out both Facebook pages for both Bloodrock and The Underground Bunker. And lastly, if you have some time, 54 minutes maybe, check out my personal project, The Toxic Dream, which is a story-based metal thing that I think you'd like. I'm going to leave you with this remark. You can only steal candy so many times before someone catches on. Might as well take the sweet stuff. I have no idea how that pertains to music, but fuck it. I'm Hobbs. I'm out of here.